What's up, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? Hope you're having a good evening here. Want to welcome you to the Smoother Man Show, where we talk about men's improvement, how to improve your life, how to become a smoother man. You know what I'm saying? How to get your stuff together, get your money right, get your life together, relationships, your personal health, etc. All right? So, on this topic, what I wanted to talk about briefly, this is just a message to young black women. And I don't want it to be misunderstood. This is not bashing. I'm not, this topic that I'm bringing up here is not to bash. All right? It's not to bash. I want to make that point clear. But we got to talk about this thing with the bonnets. I'm sure many of you have seen it where you're out and you see sometimes some black women, some young black women out with the bonnets on their head. And it looks tacky, right? Let's be honest. It looks tacky. It's ratchet. It's just basically low class. And back in the days, which is why I'm surprised that the tradition didn't keep up. That your mama or your grandma would teach you, that when you go out the house looking presentable. You know what I'm saying? You don't go out the house with the bonnet on your head, and it just looks tacky, man. It just looks real tacky. So I just wanted to talk to the young black women about this subject about going out with the bonnets on, because it's a problem. It's just real tacky to me. I mean, it's like the equivalent of the young black men who go out with their pants sagging. To me, it's pretty much the same. I despise both of them. They both look dusty. It just makes you look, like you don't have any class. It makes you look bummy. Like back in the days, man, your pants sagging, that was considered like bums did that. Like actual literal bums on the street, homeless people dressed like this. And now we see that we got a lot, we got our people coming outside looking real dusty and tacky, man. Like, with this pants sag, I wish this trend would finally end. And so many people do it, man. It just follows. But yeah, so I want to make it clear that I'm not bashing at all, because I've spoken about young black men going out looking tacky and dusty with their pants sagging. The shit just looks horrible, man. It needs to stop for real. So the same thing with black women going out the house with the bonnet on. It looks real tacky. It looks ratchet. It just needs to stop, because when you step out, you need to step out presentable, because you never know who you're going to meet. You know what I'm saying? You never know what opportunity might present itself. And just for your own personal self-esteem, you know what I'm saying? You want to go out looking proper, looking nice. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, as I said, it appears that, Big Mama and Grandma or your mom, that they themselves have lost this tradition, because obviously we see so much of it. We see it's almost very common where a lot of young black women are coming outside with the bonnet on. And as I say here, if she's coming out the house like this, those men who are trying to get yourself some standards and raise up your standards and become a smoother man, these type of women are not for you. So I'm trying to put the ladies up on game, that if you want to meet perhaps a better man, a man who's about something, then you're gonna have to step up your game. You can't be stepping out the house with the ratchet on, with the ratchet bonnet on your head, because a man of worth, a man of means, he's not going to give you the time of day stepping out the house like that. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, unless you are a Muslim woman, or perhaps a nun, or even the Amish women. Of course, most black people are not Amish, so we can scratch that one off the table. Then, then I don't understand the need for stepping out the house like this. And and it's funny, because this thing has almost become like as if it is a religion, the religion of ratchet, the ratchet religion, where it requires you to cover your head and come out your house with the bonnet on. That was made to be worn in the house. That's not something that was meant for you to step outside your house looking you know, looking low class and tacky with that thing on your head. So like I said, I'm just trying to put the ladies up on game. Since your grandmas and your moms seem to not be teaching you that anymore, then I'm trying to let you know that for the men that I talk to, who are men of who have some worth about themselves, who have some standards about themselves, who are trying to be smoother men, then you're gonna lose out. You're not gonna you're not gonna get the right kind of man coming out the house like that. So I'm just trying to give you some advice. That's all. Like I said, I'm not trying to bash. I'm just trying to tell you what your grandma should have told you or what your mom should have told you. All right. When you step out the house, ladies, you need to step out with your best foot forward. Step out the house presentable, neat, and nice. You know what I'm saying? Put your best foot forward, ladies. So again, I'm not just trying to bash. I'm trying to give you some advice. Most of my advice is for men, but I wanted to put the ladies up on some game and just let you know that you need to step out with your best foot forward. Right? And this goes for, of course, I say this to the men too, but for the ladies, for the young girls coming up, for the young women who may have not been taught this, always step out presentable, because you never know who you're going to meet. You never know who you're going to see. And again, men of standards, they won't give you the time of day if they see you, if you stepping out the house, dressing like that. So always step out the house looking presentable and nice, as you see these young sisters here. All right? Always make that your priority. Step out the house. Even if you just run into the store to get something real quick, the corner store, grocery store, whatever, always try to step out the house looking nice and presentable. Okay, ladies and young women. So again, like I said, I did not make this video as a bashing video. I just really wanted to give you some advice. Same advice that I give my daughter, I wanted to give some of the young black women, to make that so that you have that and know that stepping out the house with this bonnet on your head in public, it really is low class. It's tacky. It looks dusty. It just it's just not the way to present yourself as a lady. I'm talking about if you want to be be known as a lady. Always put your best foot forward, ladies. Keep that in mind. All right. All right. So that's it. Just a short video. Just wanted to say that. All right. So please take that to heart, and you all be blessed. All right. You have a good night.